Have you ever wondered if you could make your butter yourself? Well, you can. Let us talk about butter first. I think you will love to hear all about this wonder ingredient. What is butter? It is simply an emulsion formed when water is dispersed in fat. Milk or cream is made of tiny bubbles of fat suspended in it. These tiny fat globules are surrounded by protein membranes that prevents them from sticking together. When milk or cream becomes agitated, the protein membrane becomes broken and the fat bubbles begin to stick together. If this agitation continues, solid butter forms and can be separated from the liquid. What is the difference between butter and margarine? It might be a bit difficult to tell the difference between butter and margarine. They are quite similar in texture, color, and even their usage. Despite all these similarities, butter is totally different from margarine due to their sources and composition. Butter is produced from dairy, could be milk or cream. Butter is not purely fat. It also contains some milk solids and water. Margarine, on the other hand, is produced from oil. It is produced from vegetable oil and water. Flavor is also added to make its taste similar to that of butter. Although margarine is made from vegetable oil, it might contain traces of milk. Margarine can also be made with more quantity of water to make it softer. This soft margarine is usually sold as bread spreads. What are the types of butter? Regular salted butter. This is an all-purpose and the most used butter. This type of butter contains some salt in it which enhances its flavor and also preserves it. Unsalted butter. This type of butter is the same as the regular salted butter. The only difference is that there is no salt added in it while it is being produced. Cultured butter. This is the type of butter produced with cream that contains living bacteria and has a mild acidic taste. Due to the acidic nature of this butter, it lasts longer than regular butter. European butter. European butter is produced when cultured butter is churned for a longer time to obtain about 80% of butterfat. This type of butter is pure yellow in color due to its very high fat content. Originally, butter is cultured by allowing it to ferment for some time till the taste becomes sour. Nowadays, cultures are added to aid in the fermentation and give it the sour taste. Grass-fed butter. This is a type of butter made from milk from grass-fed cattle. It contains more nutrients than milk from grain-fed cows. Clarified butter. This is also known as ghee and is the most popular butter in India. It is produced by boiling butter obtained from skimming milk. The water content of clarified butter is quite low, and it has up to 98% of fat, about 60% of the fat being saturated. Homemade butter. This is produced when high-quality milk cream is churned using a food processor. Originally, milk is churned manually to obtain butter, but it is done these days using a food processor or a mixer. Irish butter. This is the softest type of butter. It is usually made with grass-fed milk with a very high fat content. The process of producing Irish butter is different from the production process of regular butter. The churning of the milk during the production of this type of butter is done gently and slowly. Therefore, it is softer than other types of butter and used mainly as spreads. Goat and sheep butter. This is known as the first type of butter produced before cow milk became more popular. This is because they were domesticated first before cows and their milk was used to make butter then. The butter made from goat and sheep milk is white in color and possess the characteristic aroma of goat or sheep milk. Brown butter. This is also known as beurre noisette. It is produced by heating up butter until the water present in it evaporates and the milk solids in the butter turns brown. It is different from the conventional butter and has a burnt and nutty taste. Now let's talk about how you can make butter from milk cream using a food processor. It requires little or no effort from you. All you need to do is to buy a quality food processor and a high-quality milk cream. If you want your butter to have a cultured butter flavor, use unpasteurized cream. Let's get started. Step 1. Pour the milk cream into the food processor. You should pour enough cream to cover the blades. Be careful not to pour cream beyond the halfway mark. Step 2. Blend the cream. Put on your food processor and turn it to moderate speed. Watch the cream get whipped. Continue blending the whipped cream for about 8 minutes. Butter solids will begin to form lumps in the cream. Step 3. Remove the buttermilk. When you blend the cream for a while, liquids will start to separate from the butter solids. This liquid is buttermilk and is rich in protein. You can pour it out of the food processor and store it. You can use buttermilk to make cornbread, biscuits, or even smoothies. Step 4. Rinse the buttermilk off the butter. Pour chilly water onto the butter solids in your food processor. Do not turn on the food processor. Just swirl the water around the butter solid to rinse off the buttermilk. Keep rinsing and pouring away the water until you rinse off all the buttermilk. Make sure to rinse your butter properly so that it can last longer. Step 5. Add salt and flavor. You can add salt or sugar if you wish. You can also add spices like garlic, cinnamon, and aromatic herbs. After adding the flavor, pulse the food processor so that they will mix properly with the butter. Step 6. Strain the butter. Pour your butter into a cheesecloth. Strain it to get rid of any liquid remaining. There you have it, homemade butter. Did you make butter using this video? Tell me how it turned out in the comment section below. If you've enjoyed this video, click the subscribe button below. Turn the notification on, so you'll know once we post a new video. Do not forget to visit our site, www.zimfoodprocessors.com for more awesome food processor content like this.